Pittsburgh Steelers fans, welcome back to Blitzburg Squad. I'm Wesley Seeley, joined alongside Shane Smith. Thanks for joining us as we dive into Week 17 NFL Pick'ems. Man, last regular season week here.
Yes.
Week 17, last final stretch.
It's crazy. The season's flown by. And,
It has.
knock on wood, but all of the season games have been played.
Yep, they have. You're right. I know. It seems like it's flown by, but even with all the postponements and everything, and
That's probably honestly why it's flown by. Just
Maybe.
because, it's like, okay, your typical games for football is Thursday, Sunday, Monday. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, we got Saturday games. We got Tuesday,
Yeah, it's true.
Wednesday.
yeah, makes a week go by a little quicker. All right, man. Well, to kick things off, it's actually Sunday because no Thursday night games. Atlanta versus Tampa Bay.
So Tampa Bay is still playing to make sure that they have the 5th seed locked in. Now with the Rams being without Goff, I would assume they already have it locked in unless a miracle happens. But they're playing for that, so maybe they'll get up big like they did on Detroit and sit Brady the second half again.
Might.
Falcons aren't really playing for much at this point other than pride. It's just they're banged up. I don't think I'm doubt Julio's going to play again. I think Gurley missed last game. I think he's potentially missing this game too. I don't know. I think it's just a lot to overcome, and the Buccaneers just seem to have hit their stride at the right time, and I unfortunately think they're going to win this and play the NFC least in the first round.
Yeah, if Tampa Bay looks as dominant as they did against the Lions, Atlanta will have some problems. However, I will say Atlanta did play the Chiefs pretty well.
Yes, they did. Their defense looked good.
Yeah.
And their
surprising.
offense put them in a game-tying situation.
Yeah, right.
And their kicker, who had made 27 straight, which I believe the TV announcers announced before the kick,
literally always
ended up missing.
This guy's made 27 straight field goals.
Had a solid year. Shanks.
It's like, oh, yeah, we didn't see that one coming. Yeah, I'm going to take Tampa Bay as well. It's at home, and they're just going to be it is kind of crazy, though, because this final week, it's like you've got the teams that are playing for something and the teams that aren't. And the teams that aren't are the ones you got to be scared of.
Uh-huh.
You know, they got nothing to prove. They got nothing to play for, but they're just
throw out all the stops.
And they're just trying to throw a wrench in everybody's plans. So Atlanta could come up with an upset, but I'm going to go Tampa Bay because you can't not pick Tom Brady against the Falcons, right?
Right.
He's been there, done that before. Sorry.
A few times.
I'll take Tampa Bay. What do you got for a score?
I'm going to say 28-21.
Okay. I'm going to go 34-20 Tampa Bay.
I could definitely see that, especially the way they played last time against the Lions.
Yep. Cowboys at the Giants.
This game has significant meaning.
Yep.
Because it comes down to Cowboys win and the football team loses, the Cowboys are in. So they're playing for something. But again, it's a division game, and the Giants are playing for pride. So
yep,
this division has been horrible all year. And I don't foresee anything else happening. But I will say that when it comes to talent outside of the quarterback position, the Cowboys are better off than the Giants because Giants don't have Barkley this year.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, they got Cooper, they have Zeke, they have Tony Pollard, who's a good backup running back. They have CeeDee Lamb, they have Michael Gallup. So I think their firepower is just going to be too much to withstand. So
sure, yeah. Dallas looked pretty good last week too, actually. I was actually pretty impressed with that.
Dalton. And I don't think Dalton's a horrible quarterback. It's just he's played for bad teams, and he's more he's not an elite quarterback, but he's definitely like a bridge gap guy, kind of like a Ryan Fitzpatrick, where he can win you those games if you put a lot of talent around him, but he's not going to make the difference in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. I'm going to go with the Cowboys here as well. I'll keep it close, though. I'll go Cowboys. Let's go Cowboys 21 and Giants 16.
Okay. I'm going to go a big disparity, actually. I'm going to say 35-14.
Okay. The Jets at the Patriots.
Neither one of these teams have anything to play for.
Nope.
Patriots look bad bad, though. Doesn't matter who is in at quarterback.
Mm-mm.
And it really realistically comes down to all of the running backs are starting to get banged up, so they can't really run the ball as effectively anymore. And they have no wide receiver that can get any sort of separation whatsoever. The Patriots have also, due to COVID and that, they had about half of their defensive players opt out. Then they lost Stephon Gilmore for the year.
Yeah, that doesn't really help.
Not at all. The Jets are on a hot streak of 2 in a row. And honestly, I don't think if they win that this matters because the Bengals won. So I think the Jets have the number 2 seed locked up. So at this point, I like their defense to be a little bit better. And the Jets at least have somebody on the receiving front, or they've been able to throw out those random stuff here recently that's provided some sort of spark. So might be considered an upset, but I'm going to go with the Jets in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with the Jets too. They've been playing hard the past couple weeks, and Patriots have not. So I guess I'm going to go with the Jets in this division game.
Oh, I'm going low.
Are you?
This is my low score of the week.
Okay, let's hear it.
9-6 Jets.
Nice. Okay, I'll go 17-10 Jets.
Okay.
Vikings at the Lions.
Neither of these are playing for anything either.
Nope.
Mike Zimmerman might be playing for his job. I don't know. I don't know if they go 6-10 if they'll fire him or not. His defense has looked bad this year.
Right.
Kirk Cousins has looked bad this year. And I shouldn't say bad all the time. He's had his moments. But really, it's like, okay, Dalvin Cook's not working. Offense just disappears almost.
Kind of runs through him.
The Lions, I don't know. I thought their defense was going to be okay. It hasn't seemed okay, especially after last game. When you drop 47-7... that's bad. I guess to their credit, Matthew Stafford went down in the first series with an ankle injury. But that guy just seems to be super injury prone. It's either a concussion or a back or an ankle or his arm or I don't know, something all the time it seems like. So as much as I like Stafford, I just don't know if he can stay healthy this year. Hopefully next year for him.
Right.
I'm going Vikings in this one. I don't think it's going to be a super entertaining game, though.
I guess I'll go Vikings as well. I don't really know who to pick in this one.
It's going to be DeAndre Swift versus Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, plus, Minnesota has, if Kirk can actually get going and get the ball to his guys, he's got Justin Jefferson, he's got Adam Thielen. He's got some weapons on the outside he can throw it to.
Yeah.
If he can throw it to him.
Right.
So I guess I'll take them just because Detroit's defense looked really, really bad last week. And if Stafford's banged up as well, then...
I was going to say their only touchdown was special teams last
I saw
week.
that punt return. It was nice, too. Yeah, I'm going to go Minnesota this one. What do you think for a score?
I'm going to go 20-17 Minnesota.
Okay, I'll go 27-17 Minnesota.
Okay.
Steelers at the Browns.
This one has some interesting playoff implications. If we somehow win, the Browns could potentially not make playoffs at all.
Right.
In turn, though, we probably end up playing the Ravens, which scares me a little bit. Now, we are going to rest people because we have Tomlin at this point, I think, doesn't care. We'll get into it a little bit further about the second or third seed. We need some rest. Mason starting. I could see us winning this, but I said last week, if I voted against the Steelers and I didn't wear my jersey and I did all this and we won, I was just going to keep voting against them. That way they had, I don't know, maybe they'd win every time. So I'm going to vote against them just to hope to keep the streak alive that I'm wrong.
I see the very weak branch you're stepping out on there.
Oh, yeah, that could snap real quick.
I see how you're trying to solidify your pick. I hope I don't think this is probably the case, but hopefully we don't have a part 2 here of Mason versus Miles.
I would hope cooler heads prevail.
I sure hope that that's not the case here, but You never know. Last time we played in Cleveland with Mason, it was very interesting ending to that game.
Whack.
Hopefully emotions don't get the best of us here, or either side. But yeah, with Mason playing, this one does make me a little bit nervous. Also, we don't know. I know Tomlin mentioned something about resting other players. We just don't know who yet. Probably won't get mentioned until probably later in the week, so they can't plan for it.
Right.
And I'm sure Pittsburgh would still love to knock Cleveland out of the race completely by beating them. But Cleveland also has had like 17 seasons or something straight. It's like the longest streak without getting to the playoffs. So, they're going to be clawing, and they're at home. So I think they're going to have all the receivers back this week.
As far as I know.
As far as I know, too.
I don't know if any of them tested positive.
Ditto. I thought I read something that they were going to be returning. So
okay, which means they wouldn't have, because if they tested positive, they have to go 10 days, which means they would miss last week and this week.
Right.
Otherwise, as long as no symptoms, no positives, then, they only have to stay out 5, so they should be able to return Thursday, I believe.
Right. I'm still going to take the Steelers.
I don't blame you.
I have to, man.
Yes.
I'd like to see Mason, play with a little something here. So don't play, too conservative. Let it rip, man. If you lose the game, big deal. I just want to see some
right.
try out of you. So.
This will be interesting because we know for sure on this one. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save it for the Steelers preview.
Okay.
I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah, don't ruin it. What did you already give a score?
No, I have not.
Okay, what's your score?
I'll say Browns 21, Steelers 17.
So okay, you're thinking something close at least.
Yeah. For
Okay.
Sure. And I really hope those scores are switched.
I'll keep it close too. I'll go 23-20 Steelers.
Okay.
Baltimore at Bengals.
Bengals are on a winning streak.
Yeah, they are.
I don't feel so bad anymore.
Good.
But Ravens are on an absolute tear right now. They are probably, between them and the Bills, are the scariest two teams on the AFC side going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't see a way that Bengals win because the Ravens have to win to guarantee their spot.
Right, they control their destiny.
And I can tell you that they are not going to let up on the gas. They are absolutely going to demolish and make a statement.
I don't think they're going to drop this game. I would be completely and utterly shocked if they dropped this game.
If they drop it and miss the playoffs, I'll be so happy.
Well, it was Cincy that kept them out of the playoffs, a couple of years ago? Do you remember that? It was on like a long Tyler Boyd touchdown.
In 2017 when the last time we...
Yeah, it probably was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do kind of remember that.
It was a crazy last minute or
that
last
was
second
when the
play.
Bengals were still somewhat okay, though.
Yeah, I think they still had Dalton at that point.
For sure.
But anyways, yeah, I just don't see Baltimore dropping this one. I think it's going to be kind of a high-scoring game, at least for one side.
Oh, on one side, for sure.
I'm going to go 36. I'll give the Bengals 17.
Okay. I'm going Ravens 42, Bengals 14.
Big shellacking.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about this Ravens team right now that they are
hot at the right time, that's for sure. Dolphins at the Bills.
This has significant playoff implications too.
It's a big time game.
I have not heard if the Bills are going to sit players or not.
I haven't either.
It depends if they want to kick their division rivals out, if they care about that. I don't know if Sean McDermott does care about that. And 2, it depends on I just lost my train of thought.
If they want to keep the second seed, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I was going for. If they really care about the second or third seeding, the difference. Because right now, if seeding stayed the same, they'd play the Browns. If they went to the third, they'd play the Ravens. But now that they know we're resting our starters, maybe they don't care.
Yeah, true.
I would assume that they're probably going to sit some of their veteran guys that probably could use the rest off, like maybe like Cole Beasley.
Sure.
I know he got banged up. Maybe Josh Norman on the other side, or maybe Tre'Davious White or something like that.
Sure.
Dolphins haven't looked good, but I think because the Bills are going to set some people, I think maybe this is a turnaround for them. And they go into the playoffs at least with a win. So I'm going to say Dolphins.
Okay.
Still not super confident, though.
Yeah, I was trying to think of which way I wanted to go with this one. I actually kind of think the Bills are going to play everybody, but maybe just first half, or maybe up until the third quarter, and then fourth quarter they pull their guys, depending on, even if they're losing, if they're winning, no matter what, I think they might just pull them. I think mainly we started to rest our guys because of our bye. Like, Bills actually had a bye week.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so they had a
for
chance
sure.
to rest, and I don't know how banged up they are right now, but I at least foresee them playing their starters a good portion of this game just because they don't want Miami to get in. But so because of that, I'm going to take the Bills, I guess. I've been kind of leaning on which way I wanted to go this way. But I'll go with the Bills. They're on a tear right now, and because I think they're going to play their starters for majority of this game, I think they're going to put up enough points against the Dolphins here and take the lead and ride it to the victory. What do you know what the score was in the first matchup for these guys?
Nope.
Do you remember how that game went? Because
can
I couldn't remember.
I can tell you here real quick, though.
Oh, last meeting. Here it is. Bills 31-28. That's pretty darn close.
That was going to be my score prediction.
Was it really?
Yep, just Dolphins on the winning end this time.
31-20. I didn't realize it was that close last time. Dang.
I didn't either.
Yeah, so I would assume they probably do not want to see them in the playoffs.
Nope.
I mean, they're probably both different at this point. I don't know what week that was. But anyways.
I think that was week 2, so Ryan Fitzpatrick would have been...
Oh, yeah. Good point. So, are you taking 31-28?
I am.
Okay. Dolphins?
Yes.
All right. I'll go, let's see. I'll go Bills 28, and I'll go Dolphins 21.
Okay.
Seahawks at the 49ers.
Seahawks can still... I think there's an algorithm out there where they can somehow still win the first overall seed in the NFC. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not, but knowing that they have that potential bye, I think they're going to play pretty tough on it. And the Niners, Bethard, he beat the Cardinals last week, right?
Yeah.
And they did good, but I wouldn't put that on Bethard. I'd put that more on the running game. And the Seahawks defense has drastically gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're good, I'm going to guess probably not. But from like 500 yards a game to even like 300 or 350, that's a heck of a difference.
Yep.
So I'm going to say Seahawks.
Yep. I'm going Seahawks as well. It's a division game, so 49ers could pull up the upset, but I'll just go off of general knowledge here, and I'm just going to say that with Russell Wilson, Seattle Seahawks, I'm going to say they get it done here. I'll go Seahawks 31 and 49ers 17.
Okay. I'm going to say Seahawks 28, Niners 24.
Okay. Cardinals at the Rams.
So, as I stated earlier, Jared Goff's not playing, but their defense is still good. As far as I know, everybody on their defense is still doing well, not injured or anything like that. So Aaron Donald can always get that scare. But on the other side, as long as he's playing, the Cardinals have Kyler Murray, who can escape from that interior pressure and move outside. So Donald would need a lot of help from those exterior guys crashing that pocket to bring him up. I think it's just going to be a tough task to overcome for the Rams offensively without Goff, even if he has been playing sporadic. So I'm going to go Cardinals on this one.
Now, so Rams actually have a playoff spot as it sits right now. Cardinals, are they fighting for one? Okay, so they don't have a spot as it sits right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going without Goff. Do you know who their backup is?
No.
Ditto. Okay. Well, judging off of that, I'm going to go Cardinals.
Could be like a Blaine Gabbert or something.
Oh, it could be. I'm going to go Cardinals, I guess, just because they actually have a starting quarterback. And
unless something changes.
Yeah, true. And hopefully they're just going to be pushing for a spot, whereas the Rams actually have a spot. And I don't think they shouldn't lose it, right? I don't think there's too many teams falling behind.
Well, so the Cards are 8-7, the Bears are 8-7, and there's one other NFC
Oh, and the Rams
team.
are what, 9-6?
9-6. So I'm not sure of all that algorithm in that, but if the Cardinals, the Bears, and the other 8-7 team win, there's
That's true.
potential the Rams could lose out.
That's true.
Because I don't think that they've locked in a spot. I think Tampa Bay has, but they haven't.
Okay.
So they'd have to have where they would lose, and two of the other two teams would have to win.
Okay.
So they could be playing for a spot, but I mean, they have no starting quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I think it's just coming down to for me is without Goff, and I don't know who the heck their backup is. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. So, what do you think for score for this one?
I don't think it's going to be super exciting or super high score. I'm going to say 23-17 Cardinals.
Okay, I'm going to go Cardinals 20 and Rams 13.
Okay.
Jaguars at the Colts.
Colts are playing to get in. Jaguars have the number 1 pick and show no life. Colts.
Yep, Colts for me. Colts they're going to get back on track with this win here and be fighting for that final spot, I think.
Yep.
And just crossing their fingers that somebody else loses.
Yeah, all they need is one team to lose and they're in.
Yep. I'm going to go Colts. I don't know. I'll go Colts 27, Jags 7.
Wow, that's generous to the Jags. I'm going to go Colts 38, Jags 6.
Okay. Titans at the Texans.
Titans need to win to stay in because they didn't beat Green Bay. Texans, again, have nothing to play for. It seems like J.J. Watt is frustrated, possibly on his way out.
Yeah.
Steelers find some cap space.
Oh, gosh.
I like Deshaun Watson. I like the Texans, but they've just not shown that life. And the Titans are playing for something. And I think they're going to get back to the football they know. And I think essentially, they're gonna win this one.
It was a close game last meeting. Titans 42, Texans 36. It is crazy too, though, that Houston went from whatever they were last year, a playoff team, to a 4-11 team. I wonder what drastically changed so much.
DeAndre
Getting
Hopkins.
D-Hop out of there just wrecked their offense. Yeah, I'm going to go Titans in this one. Yeah, you're right. I think Houston's just been a huge bummer this season for me. I thought Deshaun and the offense would still get it clicking, honestly, without D-Hop. Obviously, that's a huge blow, but I thought they'd still figure out a way to get it going. I thought Deshaun was talented enough and everything, but I don't know. They just couldn't get it rolling this season.
Yeah,
so.
they just don't have that number 1.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm going to go Titans this one. I will say it's probably going to be a close game, though.
I could see that. Well,
no?
I
going
could see
close.
it both ways.
Okay.
I could see where the Titans are like, no, we want to make a statement coming in here, so we're just going to literally pound them into the ground.
Yeah, maybe.
Titans defense just isn't strong.
Right.
That's their weakest link, and that's where teams are going to expose them. So their offense is going to have to put up points.
Yes.
For their, to overcome their defensive woes. Because I know Jadeveon's out currently. I don't know if it was season ending or not. I don't know if he can come back.
Oh, wow.
Because that was a huge loss for them, was Jadeveon
Right.
Clowney. Huge loss for him probably for a payday next year, too.
Probably.
But I'm going to say Titans 33, Texans 28.
Okay. I'm going to go Titans 28 and Texans 26.
Okay.
Raiders at the Broncos.
Oh, Raiders and Broncos. Neither one of them are playing for anything.
Nope.
Raiders defense sucks.
Yep.
Horrible. Ryan Fitzpatrick still completed a pass while getting dragged down by his face.
Yeah.
Because the corner.
It was the new version of the no look pass.
Yeah, it really was.
He put Mahomes to shame on that one.
I mean, it was hard not to complete that pass because the corner that was supposed to follow him was playing a shallow.
Yeah.
which made no sense whatsoever.
Raiders, you got to fix that defense.
Like, horrible.
Bad.
Broncos have a lot of talent at wide receiver, and Raiders' defense is not good. Broncos' defense is at least competent, so because of that, I'm going to take the upset and choose the Broncos.
Okay. I'm going to take the Raiders in this one. It's in Denver, but I like the Oakland's offense better, and I don't trust Drew Lock still. So
I definitely don't trust Drew Lock, but I don't trust the Raiders' defense more.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Both don't have anything to play for other than pride at this point and to get another division win, so could go either way. I see it, but I'm going to take the Raiders in this one. What do you think for a score?
I'm going to say Broncos. We go 31, Raiders 24.
Okay, I'm going to go Raiders 34 and Broncos 24.
Okay.
Chargers at the Chiefs.
Chiefs, from my knowledge, I know they're for sure resting Mahomes. I would hope they're resting Kelsey and Hill because Kelsey was definitely banged up, and he's definitely playing through some injuries, and I think that's just him trying to tough it out. But if he's trying to play this week and somebody absolutely lights him up, I mean, they could lose him for the playoffs, and that's a huge loss. I think he needs 2 weeks. Hill, I know he's like sometimes when he's running, he'll like kind of almost gimp up like he's got a hamstring issue, so I think he's kind of got a lingering issue as well. And it was a close game last time with Mahomes and all of them against the Chargers. They're resting everybody. I can tell you the drop-off between Mahomes and whoever the backup quarterback is a big drop-off. So you and I both like Herbert. I'm going Chargers on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chargers this one.
I mean, even if they weren't resting everybody, there was potential I was going Chargers on this one anyways, just because Herbert is that dynamic.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs' defense is that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, they had him on the ropes last week, or not last week, last time this season they played him. So
yeah,
with Mahomes. So yeah, I'm going to take the Chargers too. Last game of the season without Mahomes and possibly without maybe Hill and without Kelsey. Plus Chargers are probably just going to do this for a little bit of pride. You know what I mean? Just get the win. So I'm going to go Chargers. I'll go Chargers 35. I'll go Chiefs 21.
Okay. I was going to say, Herbert has now the rookie record for touchdown passes in a season with 28.
I saw that.
I'm going to say he gets 6 this game.
Whoa.
And they score 42-21.
Dang, okay. Packers at the Bears.
Packers don't quite have the 1 seed hooked up, but they kind of do. So I think depending on how the score is, they may end up setting Rodgers like the second half or the third or fourth quarter. Or maybe they'll be scoreboard watching the first set of games and kind of determine like last second how long they're going to play Rodgers for and maybe put some Jordan Love in. Bears have been playing out of their mind all of a sudden recently. Like, they'll start out slow and it'll be a close game, and then all of a sudden it just blows up. And their defense has played solid. So I don't know what's going on there. They're playing to stay in the playoffs. Packers are playing to get the number 1 seed. This is potentially the game of the week, I would say. I'm still taking the Packers. I trust Rodgers way more than I trust Trubisky. But I do think it has potential to be close.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take Packers still. I don't really trust Trubisky, and that offense is still a little bit shaky just because of him. So I'm going to take Packers because I think this might be another situation sort of like the Bills. They're going to keep their starters in for a majority of the game, play them just to make sure they take care of the Bears, because the Bears are for a fighting chance as well. Like, they're right in the mix of things. So I'm going to say Packers take care of this one in Soldier Field. What do you think for a score for this one?
I'm going to say Packers. I'll go an odd score in this one. Packers 25, Bears 13.
Okay. I'll go Packers 28, and I'll give the Bears 17. Saints at the Panthers.
Panthers aren't playing for nothing.
Yeah, I'm going Saints.
Yeah. I'm going Drew Brees and them. They have potential to get number 1 if somehow the Packers end up losing.
Yep.
So, yeah, going Drew Brees and the Saints.
Yep.
38-10.
Ooh, smacked. I'll go. Let's go 36-20.
Okay.
I'll give him a little more, okay? Washington football team at the Eagles.
This will determine the division.
Woohoo.
Although it also won't at the same time. Because
Right.
I think if the Giants lose and Washington loses, because they're in the number 1 seat right now and they're both playing division games, that Washington stays.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Sorry,
yeah.
Cowboys.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm following you now.
Cowboys.
Cowboys lose, Washington loses.
I think Washington
Washington
stays
would
in,
stay, right.
going at 6-10.
That's crazy.
So nuts. Jalen Hurts, I like Jalen Hurts. He definitely brings more energy. And to me, I'd say it was if Alex Smith is playing, but they got rid of Haskins. And that Tyler Heineke played way better than what Haskins did. And their defense is at least legit.
Yes.
I think the Eagles lost Fletcher Cox. I don't know how severe the injury was, but
Yeah.
I know he didn't finish the game last week.
Right.
I'm going Washington. I think they win the division just because their defense is solid enough, and I think Alex Smith is a competent quarterback at the age that he is.
Right. Is Alex Smith playing?
I think their hope is that he's playing.
Okay.
I'm going to go base it off of that he's playing.
Okay. All right, fair. Yeah, if he is playing, I'm going to take Washington. I might have taken Washington anyways. Jalen Hurts definitely does provide a spark, at least for Philly, but I think he just needs another year. Like, I think maybe another offseason, getting the first team.
Get him a wide receiver that'll stay healthy.
No kidding. That too.
Although Deshaun Jackson finally played, and
of course he pops off
one
his
catch, 81 yards, and a
80-yard
touchdown.
touchdown. Craziness. Yeah, I'm going to take Washington. Chase Young is a beast, and their defense is legit, so I will take Washington. Let's say Washington 27. I'll give the Eagles 20.
You took my score, 27-20 Washington.
I've been doing that recently.
You really have.
Pretty
you
good.
and I are thinking alike at these points. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Could be both.
Yes.
All right, well, that wraps up the games for Week 17.
Yeah.
Final week of the season here.
Final week of the season. We'll do the pick'ems for the playoffs, and we have implications when it comes to that.
Oh, boy.
We're going to start keeping score.
Yippee.
Wesley's super excited because whoever loses gets to eat a pepper, and we're going to try and make it hotter every week. So I could theoretically lose, but not get the short end.
That's true. That's a good point. Yep.
Wesley's been very excited for this for a long time, as you can tell.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Well, you got anything else to add?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm excited about the peppers I'm going to eat.
I'm excited about playoffs.
Yes. We're making the playoffs.
Next week. Thanks, buddy, joining in to our pick'ems, and let us know if you agree with us or disagree, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know what it is.